The little pleasures in life, the ones that fill us up and lift our spirits, the ones that make us smile. A walk in the park, a furry friend, time with people you love, the cool breeze and the warm sun on your face, a tasty treat. In a world that loves to convince us we need to buy more things, sometimes our greatest moments of joy are found in the surprisingly simple. From your humble beginnings of a broken-down food truck at Coachella to a cross-country ice cream kingdom, you are scooping up joy and happiness with your innovative creations. Your background, of course, is actually in architecture, so what motivated you to start Coolhaus?
I think I was drawn to architecture because it's an incredible skill set that you acquire from learning it that actually can be applied to so many things. I was in one of my architecture studios and we had done scale models of the student housing project. And my professor, his criticism of my scale model was that it looked like a layer cake. And I thought, why is he saying that like it's a bad thing? Layer cakes are awesome and delicious. So I baked the next iteration of the model as a cake. But I was just having so much more fun using that as a material instead of plywood. And when I presented it to my colleagues the next day, I could just see so much more engagement. That was really it for me. I thought, oh my God, like I can use food and design and combine them. I continued to play with it as a concept all through undergrad and grad school. I started calling it Farchitecture, food meets architecture. It was just sort of letting this idea marinate for years. I started baking cookies, making ice cream, naming the combinations after architects. But it really was, again, still more of a passionate hobby art project. And then I met the other founder of Coolhaus, Freya Streller, right when I was experimenting with this idea, and she really saw the business potential.
With every new idea comes new challenges. So how did you get this company off the ground?
We saw this explosion of the mobile food truck movement, and we didn't see a reinvented ice cream truck for the millennial generation. And so we found a beat-up postal van on Craigslist for $2,700. It was inoperable. The windows and doors didn't open and close. There was no engine, but it did have chrome rims. So that was pretty cool. The next step was, okay, we need a huge event to launch at. If we're gonna do this, it's kind of a sink or swim. Let's see what's the biggest possible event we could get the most eyeballs on at Coachella. So we begged and begged them to let us sell there. They, I think, just got tired of us and sort of gave in and said that we could put our ice cream truck in the campground as the first food truck to ever sell there. You remember the truck doesn't drive, so how are we gonna get it there? We figured out that if we joined AAA Platinum, we got one free 200-mile tow. So we said it broke down even though it never drove in the first place, and they towed us out to the desert, and that is how we launched. After Coachella, a friend of mine who wrote for Curbed said that, you know, if it went well, he would do a story on Coolhaus. So he did, but the story was like, so if you're really bored and you have nothing to do and you want to try this weird architecture ice cream, like check out Coolhaus. Like, thanks, Dan, really helpful. But it's what we needed because it totally went viral from there. I think by the time we got home, we had 7,000 or so followers in the day. So that seemed like, oh my God, people want this, we're doing this.
Since then, you've built quite the booming business. Your products are in nearly every store across the nation. Not only are you innovating with your flavors, but you're also extremely creative with your packaging. What sets you apart from all the rest?
Our trucks and shops scoop the ice cream sandwiches to order. So pick your cookie, pick your ice cream, and then it comes in edible paper, and we can print on that edible paper with edible ink. We first developed it not only for that kind of branding element, but also when you're a truck pulling up on the street, the last thing you want to do is leave a big mess behind. So we kind of innovated in the how, and we really thought about every element of that experience. And then you bring in the crazy flavors. You bring in streetcar churro dough. Our bananas Foster is amazing. We have balsamic fig and mascarpone, milk and cookie crumb, hay cupcake, flavors like fried chicken and waffle, whiskey Lucky Charms. There's just so many fun kind of boozy ones, and that has a whole different angle on what's gonna surprise someone.
Give me some more.
I would say we're this generation's Ben and Jerry, but really even beyond, you know, because I think our job as our generation's brand is to like take that torch and take it to the next level. We're also women founded and led, and that's very different kind of energy. the thoughtfulness in how we do things, the way that we lead, the way that we collaborate. It's so important to bring that perspective to the table and to share that story with people and inspire them to do that and continue to lead in that way.
If you could offer one piece of advice to anyone out there starting a new venture, what would that be?
My advice to anyone starting out there in a new venture is visioning. It's about journaling, essentially, where you will be at in 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years. You write in the present tense and you get as specific as possible. And not only for the business, but for you personally. And I think especially women entrepreneurs, we forget to factor ourselves into that. What will I be doing? Will I be happy with where I'm at and the teams that I'm leading? Really kind of picturing all of it, because putting it down on the page, you're that much closer to getting there.
There's definitely this energy around Coolhaus that naturally draws people in. You really are inspiring joy. So what does that mean to you?
Inspiring joy is an amazing thing to be able to show up to work every day and focus on doing. And that is definitely what we're doing. Ice cream is an incredible escape. Ice cream is a special moment people take for themselves. It's a way that they celebrate. What we're doing, our product, our culture, our brand is connected to that experience every time. I think you bring a certain kind of energy to the workplace and to the culture when that is your mission. When you bring something to people that gives them that joy, it gives it back to you as well. It's like this endless cycle of good energy.
Nothing better than positive energy. It's been said that whatever you choose for yourself, give it to another. Pass it on. Hand it out. It's not only good business, it's good for the soul. Because a life in pursuit of inspiring joy, well, that's a good life, no doubt.
This is the